our official house band here on the David Bowers Awards, providing our theme song for all these years. And we salute Titty Bingo. Check them out online. They've got some great Texas rock and roll and a really exciting website. Check them out at tittybingo.com. Right now, we are preparing for you to check out the first of our two guests today, young lady who goes by the name of Shannon Stamper. I think you're really going to enjoy her music. She puts a lot of heart in it. Here she is. Listen, if you would please, to Shannon Stamper and Your Tender Love.
Tender love I've wanted so long. Once I was weak, now I'm so strong, filled with hope, courage and love. Gentle voice, it speaks to my soul. One word from you, I reach and it goes. Oh, I'm so glad, yes, I'm so glad, thankful. Always returning your faithful and tender love you've given me. I truly believe, oh, I believe somewhere above I have an angel who knew how I needed your tender love.
Your Tender Love, Miss Shannon Stamper. And Shannon is here to talk with us today. Shannon, come in and say hello.
Hello. Thank you for playing my song.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming and joining us. And we're going to pick your brain and have you tell us a little bit about Shannon Stamper. First off, tell us how you got started in the business of country music.
Well, I want to tell you that, but before that, I just want to say that song, something about the song you just heard.
Okay.
I want to just first give God the glory. After thinking more about the lyrics of this song, I was thinking it could be for an earthly man. You know, it's like your tender love, and then, but the more I think about the lyrics, I'm like, no, there's no earthly man that this is about. This is about our Heavenly Father. And it's just a special song. And the musicians in the studio, they just felt it too, and you can hear it in the music.
Oh,
It's
absolutely. And you can hear it in your voice. You convey the song very well. And remember, this is your stage here talking to us. We're merely the facilitators. So you have something to say, you go ahead and say it. This is your stage, okay?
Well, thank you so much. I'm just so happy to be here with you, David Bowers, the David Bowers, and John Bon Jovial.
Yay,
And we're happy to have
I'm
you here.
such a lucky girl here.
We're lucky to
So
have you join us.
Thank you. I've been singing since I was little, and my earliest memory was, I think I was around 4 years old, and my mom has a movie, one of those old movies of me. I was standing on a cinder block singing to an imaginary audience.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of music in my family, and so my aunts, I have 2 aunts in the Library of Congress for bluegrass music and folklore, and one cousin opened for
Wow.
Charlie Daniels. Just a whole lot of music in the family, which I'm thankful for, and we had wonderful family reunions. And then I became a flight attendant in my later life, and out of college, and went to college for music, and then thought I would be a flight attendant for maybe a year. And then 1 year just flew by, no pun intended. And anyway, so so I was there several years, but now I'm doing music full time, thankfully. But anyway, when I was flying, I would sometimes I would work first class or even in the main cabin as well. People would say, "Do you have in-flight entertainment?" And I would say, well, like some of the flights we did have the in-flight entertainment, but some we didn't. And the ones that we didn't, I would say, I have some of my own music that you could listen to if you'd like. I had headphones, and a lot of them, they would say, yes, I would love to hear it. And then, it was just a lot of fun, and just met people from all over the nation and world, and had my music played a lot of places. And I was also able to travel and perform, a lot easier as a flight attendant. But anyway, then one of our trips, the word got around to fellow flight attendants I worked with that I'm a singer and this and that, and a lot of them had heard my music. And anyway, so one of them I was working with, we were on this flight where we had, like, we call them legs.
Right.
At each leg of the flight, we had like 6 in one day, and we were, every time we would stop, we had cleaners at the time that would come on and get things off the floor. And there was something on the floor I noticed in the front of the plane, and I was working in the back. But anyway, I noticed it was there, like the last 3 flights. I went to the front, and we were getting ready to get off the plane, and I said to the flight attendant, the other flight attendant, I said, what is that on the floor? And it was a crumpled up paper. And anyway, she said, well, let's see what it is. She said, I noticed, I don't know why the cleaners didn't get it, and she picked it up and she unwrapped it. And it was this card, and it had a lapel pin in the middle of the card. And the pin was a cross, and it had a treble clef attached to it.
Oh, wow.
And the words to it said, may this cross remind you of your faith in God. May he light up your days with his love. And she told me, she said, this is for you. I said, what do you mean it's for me? Because she opened it. We didn't know what it was. And she said, you're the singer. And so she gave it to me. So I was like, thank you so much. And I immediately put it under the lapel of my uniform jacket, and it stayed there to this day.
Oh, wow. That's neat. And you've been, so you've actually been touring with your voice already. That's really interesting. And obviously you must have enjoyed it because you're back and doing it professionally now. I understand you had a connection or something with a very famous name in country music, Del Reeves and the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, yes. That was like I would sing a lot of places, and like I sang in San Juan, Puerto Rico, at the old San Juan Hotel, and I sang at Popcom in Cologne, Germany. It's an international trade show for music, and I've just sang a lot of places, New York City, just a lot of places. And I always would say, I've sung all over the world, but nobody knows who I am.
Oh, that is awesome.
Anyway, but Del Reeves, I was so fortunate that because I'm originally from Mount Airy, the home of Andy Griffith.
Sure, right.
And Del Reeves was from Sparta, North Carolina, which is not far. And so he would have a homecoming every year. And I was asked to sing at his homecoming, and I was thankful for that and went up there, and Martha Carson was performing at the show. And my mom saw that she was going to be there, and she said, oh, my sister and I went to a concert and heard her years ago. She said, I want you to hear her. She is so good. And they called her like the first lady of gospel music, and she just put all this feeling into her music. She had the hit songs Satisfied and Rock of My Soul.
I've got to interrupt for a second, because Martha Carson, my God, that is a name I have not heard in years.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is fantastic. And listen, since I was so rude as to interrupt, I want to get back to the first song that we played here for just a second, and just give you my observations based on everything that I know so far. And both David and I, we jocked on terrestrial radio many years ago, country music before it was classic country, when Merle Haggard was, a current artist, and Patsy Cline and that kind of thing. And we got to the point where we recognized a certain quality in a woman's voice, and to make her a pure country goddess, if you will. And I hear some of those qualities in your music. I hear the likes of Patsy Cline and of Tammy Wynette, and maybe even a little touch of Kitty Wells in there. And I just think that that's wonderful. I really do.
Well, you are making my day.
Well,
I love those people. They're so awesome. And I just cherish all their songs, and would like to be just little as good as them.
You do them proud with what you're doing, believe me. You just keep on keeping on, because you definitely have the feel. And one of the things that we have discussed with virtually every artist that's been on with us as far as making it in the music business is the fact that the trick at this point is get your music into as many ears as you possibly can. The more people hear you, the more that you're going to hear, the right people are going to hear you, and doors are going to start opening for you. So just keep doing what you're doing, and like we try to do here, make every performance better than the last one. And you're going to do all right there. Now, we are you're very welcome. We're rapidly running out of time here, and I don't want to get into a situation. I don't want to get into a situation where we have to cut you off or anything. So let me tell you at this point, now that you've been on our show, you're part of our family, and we demand that you keep in touch with your family. So we'd like to hear from you, know what you're doing. And to that end, one of our many social media pages on Facebook is the David Bowers Awards Group's music page. You can post your news, your music news, new releases, show dates, anything you want to share with your followers. You can post it directly to that page, and we will pick it up. We will pick it up and share it with the other pages to which we post. So we'll give you a little extra publicity there. We'll spread the word for you.
That sounds terrific. Thank you.
Well, good, and you're welcome. Be sure you've got something you want to share, post it up there, because that's what the page is there for. You don't have to send press releases or anything. Just post it there. We'll pick it up, and like a poorly kept secret, we'll spread it all over the place.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I just say that real quick that Martha Carson, when she heard me sing, had me go to Nashville, Tennessee. She said, she said, first of all, would you like to hear these songs? I would love for you to sing them and hear these songs. And so I went there and we recorded with studio musicians. I'd love to give you all their names, but we're running out of time, I guess. But, they were awesome. And the next song, I felt a beat to it. I know some Spanish and the dances, the bachata, and I could feel that rhythm that was like bachata. And I asked the producer, I said, can we make this like a Latin feel? So it ended up being like a Latin feel tropical thing and with a English-Spanish mix.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's coming up, and I hope you'll really like it.
Well, I have heard it, and I think they will. I know John Bon Jovi will because I know his taste or lack of, and I know the music. I know the music he likes, and the 2 weak parts with John for music are classic country and blues. And if it falls into one of those categories, you're one of his favorites right off the bat. So
right off.
We want to thank you for coming and sharing with us. Before you go, tell us about, well, you did already a little bit, but tell us about the lyrics to Crazy Me for Loving You.
Well, you just have to hear this song, but I do most of it in English, but then I throw in a verse in Spanish and this Loca Yo por quererte, you know. It's just Crazy Me. You just have to hear this and dance to it. I want to see everybody dancing the bachata to this song.
I can't wait to see John Bon Jovi dancing. You put it very well.
No, that's a vision you really don't want stuck in your head.
You're absolutely right. You couldn't possibly unsee that. Shannon, thank you so much. You're part of our family. So do come back and see us, and please keep in touch with us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks,
John
Shannon.
Bon Jovi and T. David Ballard.
Thank you so much. It's been so wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. We will, believe me. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for another treat coming up right now. Shannon Stamper. This is called Crazy Me for Loving You.
Half of the time I'm lost in a dream where reality loses touch. For dreamers like me, it just doesn't seem to be asking for so much. Crazy me for wanting you. What a crazy thing to do. I must be a fool, it's true. Crazy me for loving you. Solo el pensamiento de tu dulzura me llena de éxtasis. Pero yo sé que tal alegría tan completa está muy cerca del cielo para mí. Loca yo por quererte. Qué cosa tan loca. I must be a fool, it's true. Crazy me for loving you. Crazy for missing your sweet voice that stays like a song in my heart. But I had little or no choice. I was a fool from the start. Crazy me for wanting you. What
Crazy Me for Loving You. Shannon Stamper right here on the David Bowers Awards. And don't